Hello everybody, and welcome to another presidential edition of How to Survive the Upcoming Zombie Apocalypse with me, Kenny B. A great American once wore a hat like this as he went through the American frontier doing all kinds of amazing feats. That man was Davy Crockett. Did you know that Davy Crockett killed a werebear with a silver Bowie knife? It's true. I read about it on the internet. It's sad that it's not taught in American schools these days. But that's why, with me as the President of the United States, I'm going to bring back teaching proper American history. Give everybody the education that seems to be lacking these days. After all, that's what somebody like Davy Crockett would want. He wanted us to go back to traditional American values. And that's what the MallNinja Party is all about. That's why I spent some time today working on my cabinet list. These are the people that I'm going to have running my cabinet when I'm president of this great country. For Secretary of Defense, I've chosen Chris Costa of Magpul Industries. Well, formerly of Magpul Industries. With Chris Costa as the head of the Department of Defense, our Special Operations branch will be excellent. We will be feared throughout this world and others. With Chris Costa running our Department of Defense and the Special Operations branch, Modern Warfare 3 people will be stumbling over themselves to get licensing rights, which will go to paying down our deficit. For the Department of Justice, I've chosen Frank the Punisher Castle. With Frank in our Department of Justice, the recidivism rate will drop drastically. Once again, saving the American taxpayers money. Something we all want to do. But I combined two departments, Treasury and Commerce, into one. The head of that would be none other than Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne knows how to get this country out of the recession it's currently in. Bruce Wayne would actually be able to get us jobs. Jobs that American people need. Jobs that pay well. Then I chose for the ambassador to the UN, Joe Pesci. After watching him in Casino and Goodfellas, I realized he's the kind of guy that can set people straight at the UN. He can go in there and have a little talk with some of these people, solve some of our world problems. For Homeland Security, I picked somebody very much like myself, Bruce Campbell, the Slayer of the Deadites. With Bruce Campbell in charge of our Homeland Security, our anti-zombie training will be perfect. Just look what he did for those people at that castle. For Secretary of State, this was a long, hard choice. You need somebody who was eloquent, confident, and could give an air of menace at the same time. So I chose Christopher Walken. With Christopher Walken as our Secretary of State, who would want to bother us? Well, that's all my cabinet positions that I could think of for the moment. I'm sure I'll come up with some more later, after I do a little bit more research on the internet. But now, we've added some things to our party platform, one of which is banning the importation of mugwai. Evidently, after some issues that have happened recently, we've decided we can't trust people to take care of them. Don't feed them at midnight. So what's people do? They feed them at midnight. Don't get them wet. They get them wet. So we're just going to nip this problem in the bud. We're just going to ban the importation. Anybody caught trying to import them? Mr. Castle will have a talk with you about that. 7. We are going to abolish the MPAA. These jackasses have cut films to death, literally, and taken out key moments in them, some of our best horror films. And because of that, these films don't make it to the theater. You have to wait until they come to DVD. And because of that, a lot of movies companies aren't making classic horror films anymore. In fact, they're going for safe PG-13 films. PG-13 and horror doesn't mix. Doesn't make a good movie. PG-13 is for little kids. Come on, people. Get behind us with this and help us get rid of the MPAA. Number 8, we're going to stop this whole SOPA debate by telling Hollywood to go fuck themselves. That's right. The MallNinja Party does not support SOPA and its censorship. Number 9. I'm going to, as president, make a special amendment to have Arnold Schwarzenegger eligible to run for presidency. This way, in 2016, I can have him as my VP. I think with Arnie as my VP, we can get even more done to protect this great nation. Once again, feel free to give us some video responses on our platform, My Choices Own Cabinet, or you can email me at kbeaumont44@yahoo.com. Until next time, this is Kenny B, signing off.